It's unfortunate because we didn't, you look at the opportunity and we just missed our opportunity tonight. I thought we needed to play better in the fourth quarter. We brought that game down to the fourth quarter and we weren't able to convert and we weren't able to, to get the stop. And it's disappointing, no doubt about it.
Glenn Denning for Hillsdale had a monster game.
Great game. We couldn't stop him. Disappointing. We didn't do a good job of keeping him in check, and he had a great game. He's a great back. He proved it tonight.
As well, tough loss. That's unfortunate. But do you have any what are you working on for next week, or what are you looking at or thinking about?
We got to get tougher. I don't think we just didn't do the things in the critical situations tonight that you got to do. And, the challenge is going to be just as big next week against Tech. So we got to get better. We got to keep working. We know we've got the potential to be a really good football team. We've got to work to that potential and keep doing the things we're doing, but doing better.
Coach, talk about the resilience of this team. Looks like you went to no huddle, faster play in the second half, and offense was responding to Hillsdale.
And I'll give our guys credit. We responded at times when we needed to respond, and, it's good to see. Both teams played hard. That's the bottom line, and one team had to win and one team had to lose, and we're disappointed that it wasn't us that won the football game, and I think we can point to key areas that we didn't convert that would have really helped us. But the bottom line is we got to learn from it and move on and get better.
I noticed Nick Gallina had a really good game. He was named Meyer Player of the Game. What do you think about just specifically perhaps Gallina's performance?
I thought he had a great game. I thought he did a great job catching the football tonight. He made some key catches. The first touchdown catch, he took a big hit and still came up with it. He had a key play on third down, that set up the last touchdown that we had scored. That was the go-ahead touchdown at that point. That's what our seniors need to do. When you get in those situations and you need to rely on people, you want to turn to your seniors, and I think he was a guy that tonight we could turn to and count on.
Coach, coming back with a minute and a half left, you get the ball back on the 50. Looks like you're driving a little bit, and then the big sack to make it 4th and 7.
It's a tough play. We called a play that I thought we had an opportunity to get on them, and we just didn't. I don't know if we didn't have time. It's tough without seeing the film. It's tough to see. I don't know if we didn't have time or we didn't see him, but I thought we had a play called there that had a chance. But we weren't able to get it off. And that sack, you're right, the sack puts us in a tough predicament in that situation, no doubt.
I noticed that in the first half we had a lot of really good runs, a lot of good scrambles by our quarterback, and I was wondering about perhaps the offensive line's performance in the second half.
Tough to really tell if they did something that was keeping us from being more successful, and then at the times when we were successful, what it was. I think, our offensive line did a pretty solid job all day. When you give up, I think we only gave up one sack. That's a good thing. It's too bad it happened at a critical time. But, without evaluating the film, it's tough to say. But overall, I thought we did a good job up front tonight. I think our guys played hard, no question about it. We played with great effort, and I think you got to give Hillsdale credit for winning the football game. But I think we've got more out there, and I think we're capable of being better, and that's what we got to do, and that's what we got to focus on being a better football team.
John, tough loss tonight. Talked about doing well in the fourth quarter in past games. Had a chance to come back and win it. Just weren't able to get the job done.
That's correct. We didn't make plays when we needed to make plays. We had a good night offensively, I felt, for the most part, but we didn't get it done at the ending moments.
It seemed like in the second half you went to a no huddle, faster play, able to respond to Hillsdale.
Yeah, they were a tough physical team, and we felt like if we sped them up a little bit, we had an advantage, and we were running the ball pretty well tonight, and to speed the tempo up helped us a lot.
What's your reaction to the play calling perhaps in the second half? Are you okay with it, or did you, like he kind of mentioned, the no huddle offense, did that throw you off, or did you?
No, not at all. The play calling was fine. We ran the ball up and down the field on them. We just didn't conclude it. We didn't finish it.
Yeah, Coach Collins talked about us being a resilient team, and you guys really were. It was a back and forth game. All night you were able to respond, but they just seemed like they got the last strike in.
Yeah, it was a close game. We knew it was going to be a battle. We feel like every team that we play from now on is going to be a battle. We just didn't get it done tonight.
Nice to have Ronnie back in that running game.
Yeah, for sure. Ronnie's a tough runner. Obviously, he does everything great that we need him to do. Last year, he did exactly what we needed, and it's good to have him back.
I did ask Coach Collins this, but I want to give you the opportunity to speak on it. Is there anything you think that you yourself work on, or the team can work on throughout the week to have a good next week? Or
just making every play, just performing to the highest ability that we can, just doing everything to the best of my ability, and making the right decisions every play. I felt like we all gave great effort tonight, but just got to be smart and execute.
You guys had a drive towards the end to win it. It was just a tough loss tonight.
Definitely hurts.
I noticed you had a really good game. You came up in a lot of really good opportunities. Do you have any generalized thoughts on how you yourself did, or the offense, or just
Not good enough. We came up short at the end, so obviously we didn't do good enough.
Back and forth game, you guys were matching Hillsdale blow for blow at the end. Talk a little about just the resilience of the offense, being able to pick it up, go a no huddle, faster style play in the second half.
Yeah, we tried to speed up the play. We less huddle, less time out of plays. We tried to get on the ball and snap it right away, and that really started to wear on their linemen. And we moved the ball really well. Our low line played great, and it helped our running game open up.
Do you have any ideas on elaborating on Hillsdale, or just how they performed as a team, or just how they managed to perhaps execute better? Or
They were a hard-hitting team that was always in position,
yeah.
and we stopped ourselves a lot.
The other end, Joe Glendenning obviously had a huge day, all-purpose, on the ground, catching passes, returning kicks as well.
He played pretty good.
And talk a little about coming into this game. You knew that the Hillsdale had a high-powered offense. You knew about Joe Glendenning, and they had a good night tonight.
Yeah, we knew stopping him was going to be the key, and we'd seen a lot of games on film of him running over people, and he's a good back. And obviously, we didn't do enough to slow him down to win the game today, and he's a good player.
Hillsdale had a lot of yards and put a lot of points on the board, but it seemed like the defense was able to step up and make some big plays. The fourth down stop, forcing a fumble, making some third down stops, and forcing them to kick a couple field goals as well.
Yeah, we made a few stops in there. We made one in the fourth quarter that got us the ball back to go and take the go-ahead touchdown, but in the end, we just didn't make enough plays. 38 points. You're not going to win too many games when you give up that many. So we got to get better.
Coming into the game last week, your defense was really confident. With good reason, you performed really well. But after this game, is there anything that you would like to elaborate on for working on or progressing towards this game?
Well, I think we just got to go back to fundamentals on defense. We missed a lot of tackles today. Glendenning's a good back, but we were in position sometimes. We just didn't make the play. So we just got to go back to the basics, and that's going to help us going forward. Because if we don't have those, then we're going to perform like we did today.
Another good atmosphere out here tonight with all the students coming out to support homecoming.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play here. It's a great atmosphere. I think it's tough on the opponent, and hopefully they keep coming back.